Hey guys, what's up there? Welcome to United Chokros, and it's the fourth semi-final. I'm sorry, it's the last quarterfinal between Ukraine and England at Stadio Olimpico. It's a huge game. Two good teams who played really well in this tournament. Ukraine have been very promising playing the attacking branded football, and England at the same time being balanced, composed, and knowing what they actually want to do in this tournament. So this is two big teams in and the game is about to start. Yes. Let's quickly go through the lineup. Before I do that, there's lots of updates regarding transfers, which I will be giving you during this live stream. So let's first go through the starting lineup. So Ukraine, it will be a 3-5-2 formation. It will be one. The goalkeeper will be there. Three centre backs: Zabrini, Kristosov, Matienko, and then the five. I mean, it will be basically two wing backs and three midfielders and two strikers in form of Yarmolenko and Yaramchuk. So both the strikers have been brilliant in this entire tournament. Stood up for Ukraine when they wanted, and Ukraine had a brilliant tournament. So yes, they deserve to be at this stage. They beat Sweden in the extra time. I mean, moments before the game, was going into penalty shootout. I think it was in the 120th minute. So that's when Ukraine scored the winning goal against Sweden. Sweden did get a red card in that game, but yes, they managed to win that game and get into the quarterfinals, and they have a huge task ahead of them, beating a very confident England team who hasn't conceded a goal in this entire tournament. England looked bright, sharp, and interesting changes. They've switched from it was 3-4-3 formation to a 4-2-3-1. So Trippier doesn't get a place. Saka is injured, so his place will be taken by the new Manchester United man, Jadon Sancho. He will be playing on the right hand side. Mason Mount's back as well. So the formation is Luke Shaw and Kyle Walker will be the wing backs. Maguire and Stone centre backs. Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips will be the midfielders in the pivot. And the creative three will be Raheem Sterling, Mason Mount, and Jadon Sancho. Mount will be the number 10, and Sterling and Sancho will occupy the other side of the wings. And the number 9 striker will be none other than the captain Harry Kane. Jordan Pickford will be the goalkeeper. So interesting changes and an exciting lineup for England. They've not gone ahead with the 3-4-3. The wing, I thought that's the formation that suited them the best. Wing backs attacking and going forward. The defense protected very well, giving Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice a lot of room in the midfield to roam about. But yes, they've switched back to traditional 4-2-3-1 formation. Jadon Sancho's first game in this tournament. I mean, he did come as a substitute in the game against was it Scotland or was it who was it? I don't remember. But yes, he did come on as a substitute in one of the games. And but the first start for him in this tournament, and what a player he is. We all know what he's capable of. 15 goals and 20 assists last season, and it's not just last season. 2 seasons prior to that as well, he was brilliant. The same, he's been having these equal number of 35 goals plus assists for the last 3 seasons. So the kind of player he is, he brings another dimension to this game and adds a lot of creativity to the already brilliant England attack. The players are there in the tunnel, ready to come in. The winner of this game will face Denmark, who beat Czech Republic 2-1, and we'll talk about Denmark later in this video. But yes, so whoever wins this game will play the semi-final between with against Denmark, and the other semi-final will be between Italy and Spain. So yes, Italy, Spain, Denmark are through to the semi-finals, and just one place left, which will be occupied by either Ukraine or England. So let's see who plays well and goes forward into this tournament. England players coming out of the tunnel. While the national anthem starts and everything sets up, we'll quickly recap the transfer updates. So apparently, Martin Odegaard is not going to rejoin Arsenal, so there's no opportunity of another loan or buying Martin Odegaard for Arsenal. He will stay at Real Madrid, and he is basically written a thank you note to the Arsenal family, and it was a really nice note written. And yes, he plans to play for Real Madrid because he wants to play the Champions League. Apparently, Isco could leave Real Madrid if the right bid arrives. So yes, Real Madrid want to get funds. They need to buy Kylian Mbappe. He's the prime target, and he's just got 1 year left on his contract. PSG have named his price, and Real Madrid are gathering funds by selling players. Varane's got to go. He will go this summer transfer window. Man United looks like a destination, so if they get around 50 million euros and then some money for Isco and a couple of more players, they can buy Kylian Mbappe. He's the prime target, and I think it's around 90 to 100 million is his fee. And if Real Madrid somehow convince PSG to sell him, and they get him they get him to play for Real Madrid, it will be a huge signing. It will be the signing of the summer. Moving on, so, what else I want to talk? Something else. There were yes. Apparently, Giorgio Chiellini has signed a new contract with Juventus, so he's just had another 1 year extension contract, and he will be there for another season with Juventus. And Ganduzi will join from Arsenal to Olympic Marseille. He had an offer from Benfica as well, but wanted to play for Marseille, so he will be going to Marseille. And Rafael Varane is in advanced talks with Man United. Apparently, personal terms aren't a problem. He's got a very good offer from Manchester United, and if Real Madrid don't match the offer or come close to that offer, he will end up signing for Man United. But it's not all that simple as well, because even if Man United convince Varane to come and join them, they've got to deal with Real Madrid, and we all know there's no love lost between these two clubs, especially after the Diaz fax machine fiasco, and then the Morata thing in last season as well, when Man United wanted to sign Reguilon as a cover for Luke Shaw, but Real Madrid wanted to put in that buyback clause, and Man United were not okay with that. So yes, so there's no love lost, and it won't be as easy as Fabrizio Romano has said. It won't be a quick deal. It will take time, but yes, Varane wants to move to a different club. He wants a new challenge, wants to try something new. Unless Real Madrid match the same offer with Man United have given, or Ancelotti speaks to him and gives him convinces him to stay at Madrid. I don't see anything changing. PSG well leading the race, but now that they have signed Ramos, so they're not going to spend more money on centre backs. They already got Kimpembe and Marquinhos. They've added Ramos to that, so they do not want four first choice centre backs. So yes, PSG is not a possibility, and it is Man United all the way, unless Chelsea come in the picture and try to hijack the deal. As of now, it is Man United, and it is up to Man United to pay the money and get the deal done. Like Romanos rightly said, this won't be a quick deal. It will take time, and let's see what happens. Apparently, Sergio Busquets has been approached by MLS clubs in the last few months. He's said that he will stay. He wants to stay at Barcelona, so that's his primary target. I mean, that's where he wants to play. But let's see what happens. From what I can see, is he will stay for Barcelona with Barcelona for another year, and maybe decide about switching to MLS in upcoming season 2022 or 2023. So let's see if that happens. Nothing as such a confirmed news. A lot of rumors. We just spoke about Rafael Varane situation, and yes, also another update. I'm sure I did not speak about that yesterday, but yes, Andres Silva is going to join Leipzig from Eintracht Frankfurt. Brilliant striker, one of the top strikers in Germany last season. He's, he was, I think, scored around 28 to 9 goals. He was just behind Lewandowski and much ahead of Erling Haaland. So underappreciated striker, and I think Leipzig have made a very good deal to sign a brilliant striker who will go on to score a lot of goals for them. Played for Portugal in Euros, did not get. much game time, but yes, he's a brilliant striker, and Leipzig have made a brilliant deal. Nuno Tavares has also signed for Arsenal. In the meanwhile, the game has begun. Kickoff started, and England with the ball. Harry Kane. Ukraine have been brilliant in this entire tournament. They've played an attacking brand of football, and they've looked very good. Shevchenko is the coach. We all know how good Shevchenko was as a striker. I mean, he was one of my favorite strikers. And I was disappointed to see Shevchenko go to Chelsea, but yes, top strikers. Scored a lot of goals for AC Milan, Ukraine. Not that much for Chelsea, but yes, he was pretty good. And now he's the coach of the national team. From Harry Maguire to John Stones. It's a really good partnership at the back England have built between Maguire and Stones. They both complement each other. And Stones is all about pace and cover back. Maguire is all about physicality and ball control. He's a ball playing defender. Here he comes, charges forward. Luke Shaw on the left hand side. Prime Sterling couldn't control the ball, and it's a throw in for England there. Here's the Andrei Shevchenko, one of my favorite strikers. Scored lots and lots of goals for AC Milan. Kaka used to provide those goals because Kaka, Seedorf, Gattuso, Piolo, what a midfield Milan had. And then Shevchenko had another brilliant strike partner in Hanan Crespo. So that was some team that AC Milan had. It was on par with Man United. In fact, they beat Man United convincingly. I remember it was back I think in 2006 and 2003. Those two seasons they beat Man United and knocked them out of the Champions League. So yes, it was a brilliant team, and one of the legendary teams that you can talk about. Ancelotti was the coach. So yes, I do remember that. It was Luke Shaw from the left hand side. Sterling. That's the problem with Sterling. He doesn't give it back. Luke Shaw taking that run, trying to go forward. Luke Shaw with the cross, but dealt with it by Ukrainian players, only to give it back to England. The Stones to Walker. But disappointed that Trippier didn't get a start because he was a better right back, and going forward is so brilliant. Sancho to Walker. Sancho again. England keeping the ball, not panicking, moving the ball here, allowing their players to settle in. Is Harry Kane coming deep? It's a nice ball there, switching the play. Here's Jadon Sancho. Goes down on the ground too easily. Not going to get a penalty for that. It's Calvin Phillips to Harry Maguire. England dominating the possession here. Raheem Sterling. Beautiful ball from Raheem Sterling, and Harry Kane scores. England are off the mark under 4 minutes. Harry Kane scores the first goal of the game, and England draw the first blood. Beautiful pass from Raheem Sterling. He waited and waited for the Ukraine player to make the tackle, and the moment he did that, he released Harry Kane, and brilliant run by Harry Kane, and that's what he's capable of doing. See you. That's not offside, it's onside, so no second thoughts about it. Nicely finished. One of the top strikers in the world. Harry Kane and England have leading in the 4th minute. What a goal for England. Ukraine quickly starting the game. Don't count Ukraine out yet. We all remember what happened in that game against Netherlands. Netherlands were leading 2-0, and suddenly Ukraine struck back with two goals, two quick goals, and were level on terms 2-all. And then, luckily for Netherlands, they did manage to get one goal towards the end and got 3 points. But yes, Ukraine played brilliantly that game. They were so good there again. England haven't been broken in this entire tournament. They haven't conceded a single goal in this tournament. They've been superb defensively. So it's going to take something special to break that defense. Stones and Maguire are looking rock solid at the back. Even when they had Tyrone Mings, they didn't have any issues at the back. Germany did trouble them at times, but they somehow maintained a brilliant ball on the left hand side. Ukraine slowly gathering momentum in the game. There they are. Shot taken, not under control, and England keep the ball out. AB says just switched on. Match already 1-0. Yes, absolutely. It was a very quick fire goal, and Sterling involved again. So he's been involved in most of the English goals and scored most of them. But this is something created, and Harry Kane just had to finish it, and he's so good at doing that. By the way, AB, I'm not sure whether you are aware of this. Jadon Sancho has started today on the right hand side. First game for England. Mason Mount went down too easily. Was never going to get a penalty for that. It's Harry Maguire. Nicely done. Is that a foul? No, it is not. Now it is. Free kick for Ukraine. Sterling trying to win the ball, and in the process ended up giving a foul. The free kick for Ukraine, and good chance for them to make the most of this very early into the game. A lot of time left for them to come back into this game. Nothing's lost, and we all know how Ukraine operate. They've been brilliant in this entire tournament, so don't count them out. Like I said, here they come. A nice free kick in the box. England clear it, but only to lose possession back to Ukraine. And England have not got a possession for quite some time. But after they scored a goal, it's all about Ukraine. Nice exchange of passes for the Ukraine players. Not keeping the ball for a long time. It's nicely done, but Callum Phillips is there to intercept, only to get back to Ukraine player. Ukraine keeping possession. England struggling to get the hold of ball. 9 minutes into the game, scoreline is 1-0. England scored an early goal in the 4th minute, courtesy of Harry Kane. Brilliant pass by Raheem Sterling, putting Harry Kane through, and Harry Kane was not going to miss those chances. Luke Shaw trying to go to Mason Mount, but intercepted by a Ukraine player. And again, Ukraine with the possession. And the pass has been misplaced, and England win possession again. With Luke Shaw. Harry Maguire and Declan Rice. England slow now having the possession. trying to frustrate Ukrainians. Here's Maguire marching forward, gives it to Sterling on the left hand side, passes it back to Luke Shaw, and it's a throw in for England. Taken quickly by Raheem Sterling. Maguire to Luke Shaw again on the left hand side. That left hand side has been very busy. Both Sterling and Shaw have been kept really busy, along with Harry Maguire. Yes, Shaw. Back to Maguire. England in not any kind of hurry. They're leading this game. Want to take things slowly. They have the possession, not panicking. They know that they are in the driver's seat right now. All they have to do is frustrate Ukrainians, and they they will get an opportunity to score. So yes, your Stones. Harry Kane gives away the ball, and Ukraine now looking to counter attack England. There's no one on the from the right hand side. Yes, Yarmolenko. Nice car dribble cross, but England defenders are up to it. That's nicely won by Harry Kane, but will keep the hold of ball. Sorry guys, I had some issue with my camera. 13 minutes into the game, it's not, now I expect this game to be pretty slow. England will not try to score much. Here they come. Brilliantly done by Kyle Walker. Nice cross there, but nice defending by Ukraine for throwing there. With Luke Shaw. Stones. On the right hand side to Jadon Sancho. Gives it back to Kyle Walker. Stones to Harry Maguire. Ukraine are giving England a lot of room on the left hand side. There's no trouble for Shaw and Sterling. They're easily going past. Stones. And the ball is given away by Kyle Walker. Goes out for a throw in to England. Here's Walker to Rice. Back to Walker. Two Stones. Back to Walker again. Gives it to Jadon Sancho on the right hand side. Back to Walker. England keeping possession, trying to move the ball there. This is Maguire. Nicely done there. It's been a quiet 15 minutes for Jadon Sancho. Hasn't been able to have that kind of effect that he is famous for, crossing the ball taking on the players. So hasn't done that. Here he is has the another opportunity. Ball goes out for a throw in. Throws the ball there. It's a bad pass there. Sterling. Oh, it's brilliantly taken by Sterling. No, it's not. Oh, 15 minutes into the game, scoreline is Ukraine nil, England 1. England scoring the first goal courtesy of Harry Kane. Shaw's won the ball, but Ukrainians are not letting him go past. They win the ball back. Nicely kept it inside there. It's a beautiful switch of play, but couldn't find the player, and England have the ball back. Here's Luke Shaw. John Stones, then Walker. It's a bad piece of passing there. And here comes Ukraine. And Stones is frustrated. It's a good save by Pickford. Can't say a good save, it's a regular save by Pickford. One that he should be making easily. It was nicely done by Yaramchuk. But we got to give credit to Stones. He pushed him outside, did not allow him to cut him and take a shot. And once he pushes him outside, it becomes difficult to find an angle and easily parried by Pickford for a corner. And you can take the corner. And England not able to keep the ball. And again, Ukraine on that right hand side, England side inside their left hand side. Here they are. Cleared the ball there. Pretty decent game. The first half has been the first 17, 18 minutes have been pretty interesting. Both teams are having possession in phases and parts. So for 3 minutes it's Ukraine, another 3 minutes will be England. So yes, here they come, the Ukrainians. They're calm about it. England, they're not panicking, not making any mistakes. They know their defensive abilities. Defensively, they're very solid, rock solid, you can say. Nicely won there by Raheem Sterling, who tries to put Sancho through, but intercepted by Ukraine player. There's a foul there. Ukraine player on the ground. It's a fair challenge. Fair challenge, not a foul at all. Nicely won by Raheem Sterling. Ukraine player receiving a treatment there. I think he should be fine. But again, Raheem Sterling is looking very bright today. Shevchenko pointing something out to his players. Maybe giving some tips to his strikers how to finish it. You know, none better than him to give those advices. Top striker, like I said earlier, one of the best in the games. Number of goals that he scored, his record is remarkable record, especially when he played for AC Milan. He was the best striker of that time. Yes, I do agree that he was supported by a brilliant midfield combination of Kaká, Seedorf, Pirlo, and Gattuso. But then you got to put that back in the net. You got to go into that position, scoring goals. Game restarted there, and England give the ball to Ukraine. Fair play. We are into the 21st minute of this game. England broke the deadlock pretty early in the fourth minute through Harry Kane goal. Luke Shaw nicely done by Raheem Sterling to keep the ball. Now it's a foul for England. Raheem Sterling has been the best player for England in this half, been troubling Ukraine players, and I don't think now they would want to sell him, Man City, because from what I heard was they were ready to offer Raheem Sterling for Harry Kane. Harry Kane one is on Man City's radar. He's a top striker, so they wanted to give 100 million plus Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling apparently doesn't want to go. He wants to stay and prove his position and perform for Man City. So let's see what happens in the summer. But after these performances, I don't think they will want Raheem Sterling to go. Here come England, brilliantly done there. Sancho, a nice cross, but no one at the end of it, and the brilliant passing movement by England. Sancho first, then Sterling who gives it to Shaw. Nice cross by Luke Shaw into the dangerous area, but there was no one to receive that pass and score the goal. England still have the ball. Here's Jadon Sancho, looking more dangerous to center. And so high press by England, and one there. That's the foul there from Luke Shaw. England are pressing very high and just stopped in his tracks. It's a clear foul there. A lot of time left in this game. There is a lot of time left for Ukraine to come back and get an equalizing goal. Got to make sure that England don't score another one. It become difficult for them then to come back. But yes, remember this: England haven't conceded in this tournament yet. They haven't conceded a goal in this tournament yet, so it's going to be difficult for Ukraine to break the deadlock and beat that England defense. It's been so brilliant in the entire tournament. Pickford kicks the ball. It's Calvin Phillips. Luke Shaw now on the left hand side. Is Maguire. This game isn't like yesterday night's game. Uh, Good tempo and a fast-paced game, end to end. This is more of a possession play, waiting for the right opportunity. Keep the possession with you. Jadon Sancho there. Declan Rice. Luke Shaw on the left hand side. And Declan Rice there to Luke Shaw. Could be future teammates. This is Maguire. Stones. Walker. Here's Harry Kane. And out for England throw in. Ukraine struggling to keep possession. The ball's with England. Looking a better team today than Ukraine. They were the better team the other night as well against Germany. So as they are going into the competition, they're looking stronger, confident. Ball is played on the right hand side to Jadon Sancho, who heads it and gives it to Kyle Walker. To Declan Rice. A lot of sideways, backwards passing, but as England have a complete control over this game, and the ball will go out for a throw in. Luke Shaw will take the throw in. Sterling looking danger here. The ball is out, and Ukraine counter attack stopped easily by England. Pickford comes out. Maguire. Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw has given him a lot of balls this evening, and not the doesn't look like this is going to be offside. Sancho's offside. It's offside. England fans disappointed. Should be happy now. They have at least they have the lead right now. 27 minutes gone. They don't just have the lead. They look a better team. They look comfortable, and at this point in time, they don't look like conceding goals. Sterling, nicely done there to Luke Shaw. Back to Sterling. Fouled by the Ukraine player, and this will be a free kick for England. And Luke Shaw will be the one who will be taking it. Chance for England to take the opportunity and score from a set piece. Luke Shaw will take that set piece. Let's see if an England head gets at the end of it, and can they make it 2-0. Here comes Shaw. Nicely taken. Harry Kane heads it, but it's over the bar. Couldn't control the header. Nice free kick there, but timing of the jump was not right, and it went over the bar. 29 minutes into the game, Ukraine nil, England won, and England confident in this game, looking a better side, created more opportunities, have scored the goal as well. Ukraine got to do better. If there any chance, there's a lot of time left in this game. 15 minutes in this half, another 45 minutes. So they still have around 60 minutes left into this game. So a lot of time for them to score the equalizing goal and then try to win the game. But they've got to play much better than this. England pressing hard, not allowing Ukraine to build the passing momentum, and they've earned a throw in here. Sterling has been brilliant today, absolute brilliant today. That left hand side, he's literally terrified the defense. Throw in from Luke Shaw, Maguire. with Walker. To Stones. And here comes Luke Shaw on the left hand side. Declan Rice to Ryan Sterling. Gets the ball, and I think that's a free kick. Quickly taken by England. Maguire, not wasting time. To Stones and Walker. With Jadon Sancho on the right hand side. Will take on the Ukraine player. Three defenders ahead of him. Comfortably takes on and wins a throw in for his team. That's what Sancho is so good at on the right hand side. When he takes you on, it becomes difficult to stop him. And it's not just about taking on and taking a shot. He will look to cross in the ball and give it supply to the striker. We all saw that doing him. Saw him doing that for Dortmund, where he provided a lot of goals to Erling Haaland. Now again, England are looking so good on the left hand side. Raheem Sterling particularly has been brilliant. He's been terrifying the Ukraine defense. Here he is again with the ball. Let's see what he can do. Gives it back to Harry Maguire. He's been so sharp, so confident, relaxed, composed. This nice bit of passing exchange between Calvin Phillips and Jadon Sancho, but not able to control the ball. Nicely done by Jadon Sancho. Here he comes on the right hand side. Gives it to Mason Mount. Back to Jadon Sancho. Walker to Sancho again. Nice ball in by Calvin Phillips. I think it was Rice, not Calvin Phillips. My bad. Here's Luke Shaw. To Raheem Sterling. A nice cross there, but cleared out. What a shot there. And again a rebound and goes back to the England player who takes a shot blocked by the Ukraine player. What a strike by Declan Rice. And brilliant save by the Ukraine goalkeeper. I think the Ukraine player is down on the ground, so will be kicked out. Brilliant stop by the goalkeeper. I think it was Mason Mount or Declan Rice. Yes, it was Declan Rice first. Nicely saved by the Ukraine goalkeeper. So regular stop, I think. You cannot say like a top save, but yes, it's a regular save. And then the ball went back to an England player, Mason Mount, who tried to strike it again, score a goal, but that bounced off a Ukraine player who is right now on the ground. Declan Rice, highly rated by a lot of people, a lot of legends, a lot of pundits. Top player, had a brilliant season for West Ham. Just at the age of 21 or 22, I think he is West Ham's captain. When Mark Noble is not playing, Declan Rice is the captain. So captaining his club at such a young stage is an achievement. So speaks of the kind of player he is and the performances given. Top center defensive midfielder, and whichever club he signs for will go on to get a brilliant talent. If Man United do want a defensive midfielder, they do not have one, and Declan Rice fits the bill. But the question is, can Man United pay up the 90 million which West Ham is asking? And even if they're ready to pay the 90 million, if Chelsea enter the race, it's game over because Declan Rice is a Chelsea fan. His family members are season ticket holders, so difficult for Man United. I know that they admire Declan Rice a lot. They like him. They want him at Man United, but number one, they can't afford him. Number two, they've also got to convince him not to go to Chelsea. At this, if Man United do opt for him this season, there's a better opportunity for him to sign for us. If they go into the next season, Chelsea will have. Right now, Chelsea has options in that position. They have Mason, they have N'Golo Kante, they have Jorginho, they have Kovacic. So they will not look to buy another defensive midfielder when they already have three. So right now, Chelsea are secured in that position. So we will not get a fight for Declan Rice in that position if we want to sign him. But Come next season, we never know what will happen. N'Golo Kante has not signed a new contract. So, I mean, anything can happen. They could end up selling Jorginho if Jorginho doesn't have a good season. They could end up selling Kovacic who doesn't have a good season. So, yes, anything can happen. And if Chelsea does enter that race, it's all game over. Right now, this season, Chelsea also like him, but it's not. Right now, he's not the priority. They want to sign a striker. They have kept all the funds to sign a top striker. They were looking to sign Harry Kane, but they have accepted the fact that it's going to be very difficult. And Spurs, first of all, don't want to sell him, and even if they end up selling, they will not sell them to cross, same town rival. So same city rival, London rival will not see Harry Kane play for them. Man City are the top contenders, so they then were looking for Romelu Lukaku. Again, Lukaku had decided not to leave Inter Milan because he wants to stay at Inter Milan and win more trophies. He's already won the Serie A, and he wants to have a major contribution next season as well. So Lukaku not going, and then now they have turned their focus to Erling Haaland. 150 million is the price quoted for Erling Haaland, but it's not just 150 million. They have to pay agent fees. They have to give him signing bonus. They have to give him a very huge wage if they want to end up signing him. So let's see if that actually happens. But right now, Ukraine with the ball. It's a nice exchange of passes. Can Ukraine take advantage of this? But no, England are very secure at the back, and it's a foul throw. It's a free kick for England. We are in the 27th minute. Ukraine nil, England 1. England are nicely in control of the game. Yes, Ukrainians are attacking sometimes, but England are very secure at the back. They are very confident about the defense. They know what they're doing, and they. I mean, even when Ukraine have attacked, put the ball in the box, England are very calm and composed about it and dealt with it easily. Haven't had much problems. There's Rice there to John Stones. Long kick by Jordan Pickford, looking for Jadon Sancho on the right hand side. It's a free kick there. Sterling's on the ground. Not happy about something. Yes, Sancho. Mount. Back to Sancho. Back to Mount. Nice passing exchange between the two players. Two young England players who look like a very bright prospect. Luke Shaw. Throw in for England. "39 minutes into the game, Ukraine nil, England 1, and Luke Shaw with a throw in. Sterling unable to keep the hold of ball. England win it here again. Raheem Sterling puts Luke Shaw through, puts in a brilliant cross. Sancho strikes it, but saved by the goalkeeper. He went straight at the goalkeeper. And now offside as well, I think. That's a brilliant cross from Luke Shaw there. That might be slightly offside, you never know. Sancho kicking himself, for not scoring that. Was in a brilliant position. Should have scored there. Luke Shaw and Jadon Sancho linking up, that's something that you're going to see a lot next season. Remember, Sancho has the ability to play on either side of the wings. He's good on the right hand side, is equally good on the left hand side. So we might see that combination of Luke Shaw and Jadon Sancho for Man United next season. Here come the Ukrainians. Nicely done there. Yaramchuk. controls the ball. Nicely done there, brilliantly done from Ukrainians, but the English defense is rock solid, like a wall. Can't breach them. Especially Stones and Maguire are so good. They work together very well. The combination is one of the best I've ever seen. They complement each other really well, and I think these are the two. I mean, partnership-wise, right now in this tournament, two best centre backs. Nice corner cleared out by Luke Shaw. Foul, I think, by Ukrainian player. Foul there, literally holding him off. Oh my God! Look at that! Look at that! Goal kick for England because of the foul, and we have under 3 minutes plus the injury time left for the first half to get over. Scoreline is still Ukraine nil, England 1. Nice, he done there. Nice goal kick. Ukraine are back with the possession. And credit goes to England as a team together. They worked really well. They pressed really high, not allowed Ukraine to play their style of game. Ukraine's attacking has been limited because English defense and the midfield are pressing them really high. Even the attackers are pressing the defenders, not allowing them to pass the ball, keep the possession for a very long time. And as a result, the Ukraine have made some mistakes. And to be honest, it's one thing making a mistake, and it's another thing make making opposition do that mistake. And again, England's defense is brilliant today, rock solid. There's no opportunity for Ukraine to breach it unless they do something special in the second half. I don't see Ukraine scoring a goal. They've been brilliant in that defense, and here they come, Ukrainians again looking to breach the England defense. Now on the left hand side, will he cross it or will he cut inside? Cuts inside there. Nice exchange of passes. Vishenko, and shot was taken from outside the box. It's all wide, and a goal kick for England. Ukraine look promising, but England defense is going to take something special to breach that defense. They're superb. They've been superb this tournament. For a moment, I thought it did go off Mount's leg and for a corner, but it doesn't. It hasn't gone for a corner. We are into the 44th minute. There's one more minute after this minute, and there will be some added time as well. Lost due to injury. But England look confident. They're all set to play Denmark in the semi-finals if this continues. There's Sterling trying to win the ball back. Sterling and Sancho have switched wings. Sterling has gone on the right hand side, Sancho on the left hand side. We'll see that happening a lot because both these players can occupy either side of the wings and can be effective the same way. England win the ball again. Luke Shaw, left hand side. Nicely done there. Sancho and Luke Shaw combining. But Ukraine deal with the threat. One last chance of the half for Ukraine. Let's see if they can make the most of it. At least got to trouble the goalkeeper. Nicely done by Ukraine, but still not able to breach the defense. A brilliant pass there. It's a nice cross and dealt with it by the English defense. Here comes Sancho. Goes past the Ukraine player so easily. He's been so brilliant this evening. Wow, that was some skill. That was some skill. He's a treat to watch when he's on the ball. Absolute treat to watch. Jadon Sancho. 3 added minutes. There's Maguire there. There's Luke Shaw there. Now they switch the wings. Sancho is now gone on the left hand side. Sterling on the right hand side. Here's Ryan Sterling. Troubling, troubling Ukrainians. Wow, what a run that was from Ryan Sterling. What a run that was. It's actually a goal kick, but that was some scare. Yes, the last touch was of Ryan Sterling. Yes, Sancho again. He's been lively. He's been lively in the last 10-15 minutes. Jadon Sancho. He's come to life. He did not start the game that well, but in the last 10-15 minutes, he's come to life and he's playing really well. Foul there. Harry Maguire. I think this free kick will end this game. Will end this half. Sorry. Jan Agafyotov says slowly all Man United fans understand Sancho will be the smartest signing of the summer. Slowly other fans do too. Yes, that's what he said on Twitter. I've not commented that on my live stream. But yes, that's what he said on Twitter. He's a big fan of Jadon Sancho and he's a very good friend of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. They rate him really high in Germany. He's been rated really high in Germany. They wanted him to stay in Germany with Dortmund, or they want Bayern to sign him, but Bayern had some other plans. They didn't want to spend that much money, and he was not their priority because they had good wingers in the squad, and signing a defender and a player in another position was the priority. The first half has come to an end. England lead through Harry Kane goal, and the goal was scored in the fourth minute of the game. After that, England have kept the position. They've looked like a better team throughout the entire half. Ukraine have done some pretty good work in some small parts, but overall their game has not been that convincing. But yes, we go into the half time. Score is 1-0. Still a lot to play for in the second half. If England play the same way, if they keep the defense organized, the midfield supporting the defense, I don't see Ukraine getting past them so easily. It will be difficult for Ukraine to reach that defense unless they come with a special plan or play a high tempo football. Otherwise, England will seal this game off either 1-0 or 2-0, and they will go on to play Denmark. Let's see if Ukraine can make a difference in the second half. The game will begin in the next 15 minutes. In the meanwhile, we'll speak something about transfers, updates from other clubs as well. Gareth Southgate before the game said about Jadon Sancho, his profile for this game, we need one versus one specialist in sort of fixture, and he's got that capability. Absolutely. One on one take on Jadon Sancho is so good at that. We all saw how good he is. So easily got past the Ukrainian players and top player. Teden Menji of United centre back has gone to Derby County on a second loan spell. So Derby County, which is managed by United legend Wayne Rooney, and Ted Menji, the United centre back, will play for Derby County on a season-long loan. So yes, he will look forward to impress. He was pretty decent in that short loan spell at Derby County. He impressed a lot of players. Wayne Rooney wanted him for another season, and he's got him. So he'll have one full season at disposal, and let's see what Ted Menji has got with him because heard a lot about him, new academy, and a lot of lot of people have spoken about him. He's got a really bright future ahead of him if he keeps his head straight and performs and improves every year. So yes, it will be a very important loan spell for Tedin Menji if he continues to impress. He may get into the starting lineup next season, or at least into the first team next season. So yes, Paul Pogba's future will be over the discussion in the upcoming weeks, and he's right now I think on a holiday. We did see him take a picture with Paulo Dybala. A lot of people think that he's going to go back to Juventus. I don't say that Juventus don't want him. Juventus would love Paul Pogba, but does Paul Pogba want to go back to Juventus? I don't think so. As much as this deal looks like possible, I'm sure Mino Riola will push for it. He's got good relations with Juventus and he can get a good deal for his client. There's huge money involved. But Paul Pogba wants to win trophies. He's already won Serie A. He wants to win Champions League. Is it possible to win a Champions League with Juventus right now? You can't completely rule them out, but the way they played last season, it's going to be very difficult. So, and another important thing is that Juventus will have to first offload Ronaldo to offer Paul Pogba that huge wages because Paul Pogba is already on the 300 grand a week, so he will demand anywhere close to 400 grand a week. Do Juventus have that kind of money to pay his salary because they've already paying 32 million to Ronaldo per year, so they have to first release Ronaldo and then they can think about signing Paul Pogba. So let's see if that actually happens. But yes, now ABC Deportes, I think that's a source, that's a outlet in Spain, I think. Yeah. And they've said about they're speaking about Rafael Varane. Manchester United have offered 45 million euros for Rafael Varane. Real Madrid say they will only sell for minimum 55 million euros plus add-on. Their goal is to collect 60 million euros. Varane is now deciding if he can leave or if he will renew with Madrid for 4 years. So another difference here, Man United have offered him 12 million a year and they offered him a 5 year contract. Madrid have offered him only a 4 year contract and that the cost is going to be 7 million per year. So of course he's got a better contract with Manchester United. Now, like I said, the first part of the tweet that I read uh, Real Madrid are not going to make it easy for us. We don't want to spend over 45 50 million euros. Real Madrid want 55 million euros plus add-on. They can collect around 60 million euros and they can collect that money to buy Kylian Mbappe because he's their prime target. And from what I'm hearing is they're not going to buy another centre back. They already have Alaba. They have the Brazilian centre back. I don't remember his name. And they have Nacho and they have I think Vallejo. I'm not sure whether I'm pronouncing the name correctly, but they have Vallejo. So they're not going to sign another centre back. That's I've heard this, and I think AS was the one who was quoting it, and they will look to sign. They will go all out for Kylian Mbappe. They will first collect the money. They will sell Varane. They will sell Isco. Maybe they will try to sell Asensio as well. And if they can collect some money from that, from those sales, they will then buy Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe will cost them anywhere around 90 to 100 million euros, even if there's only 1 year left in his contract because PSG don't want to sell him. He will push for a move because Mbappe wants to play for Madrid. He's already won trophies with the PSG. and yes, he will want to play for Real Madrid. And to be honest, every player dreams of playing for Barcelona and Real Madrid. I'm not sure what's so big about that. Juventus is a big club, United is a big club, Liverpool is a big club. You play for these clubs. You don't have to specifically play for Madrid or Barcelona. But yeah, a lot of people have ambitions of going to Spain and play for Madrid and Barcelona. A lot of people do have that ambitions. So yes, we saw Ronaldo do that. He from the beginning itself he says it was his dream to play for Real Madrid, and he did. At the end, went on to play for Madrid. I mean, he just did not went on to play for Madrid. He became a legend in Madrid. So yes, a lot of big players want to go to Real Madrid and Barcelona and prove their talents and become a big player. Apart from that, I don't see any other update. There's no the situation around midfield has gone pretty quiet. There have been rumors about Goretzka, Camavinga. Not sure. I mean, I mean Camavinga and Goretzka, do these two players suit our profile, the player we're looking for? Neither of them are defensive midfielders. You know, Goretzka and Camavinga are more of a box-to-box midfielders. We already have Paul Pogba or Donny van der Beek who can play in that position. So, not sure why we are looking to sign Goretzka and Camavinga. If we are going to sell Paul Pogba, I understand, but situation around Paul Pogba is still not resolved. So right now, the focus should be signing Varane and signing a defensive midfielder. Now, this is something which I'm not read anywhere. Not you will not find it anywhere. But from what I'm hearing is keep a watch on these two players. Okay, I'll just name these two players. Sheffield United Sanderberg. Okay, he may be one of the players, and there is another one. I just written down the name of the player. Who was it? Who was it? Yeah, Brozovic. Brozovic played for Croatia, plays for Inter Milan. Man United will look to sign either of these two players. This is not something that you'll find in the media on Twitter. This is information that I have got from somewhere, who knows a lot about transfers. So yes, Sanderberg or Brozovic, Man United will look to do the deal. These are the two players on their shortlist. Not sure how early this will happen right now. From what I've heard from that sources, the priority was Sancho. Now the priority will be centre back. They will sign Varane. Once they sign Rafael Varane or Pau Torres or Kunde, either of the centre backs, if Man United end up signing, they will look out for a situation on the right back. What is the situation on Trippier? Because they expected the Trippier deal to happen very quickly. They wanted the Trippier deal to happen before Euros. They thought, Atletico Madrid will accept around 20 million euros, but that's not the case. Atletico Madrid want 40 million euros for Trippier. Now they've been taken aback. So once the deal with the centre back situation, we will go back and check for the right back update. Good news is that Varane's agent and Trippier's agency are the same. So handled by the both the players are handled by the same agency. So shouldn't be a problem. I mean, not sure whether we'll end up signing Trippier, but whatever the progress, we'll get to know that very quickly. And they will. I think there's another player right back from Rangers. I don't know his name. Man United are looking to sign him if they don't end up signing Trippier. What was the name of the right back? I just completely forgot. Yeah, it was Tavernier. Tavernier is the right back, 29 years of age, and plays for Rangers, Scottish Premier League. And he's one of the options that I've heard. I mean, I think that's something that come out of the news as well. A lot of media outlets have spoken about it. So once they, you know, deal with the right back situation, whether they decide to sign the right back or not, then they will move on to the midfielder position. So even if my source is right from where I've got this information, if they right Sanderberg or Brozovic, either of them, it will only happen towards the end of the window, not now. Man United will assess this entire situation, the money that is left after signing Jadon Sancho, centre back, and maybe a right back as well. If there is money left, what is the amount of money that is left? The players that they have kept on the short list, the midfielders that they have, who are those midfielders and what is the price for those midfielders? Can they actually afford them? If they can afford them, will they fit into Ole's plan? next season playing as one defensive midfielder and then playing Pogba or Van der Beek in the box to box score. So a lot of thinking will be done. I can't say that this will definitely happen. A midfielder, we all would want Declan Rice, and we all know Man United admire Declan Rice a lot, but they can't afford that deal of 90 million unless they end up selling Jesse Lingard and then getting some money and doing a swap like 60 million plus Jesse Lingard or 50 million plus Jesse Lingard. So yes, but it's going to be very difficult because I spoke about two things. Number one, he's worth 90 million. And I don't have that money. Number two is if Chelsea enter the race, it's all done and dusted. We don't have stand any chance. And the most important thing is West Ham don't want to sell him. West Ham don't have to sell him. They don't want to sell him. But Declan Rice has made a desire to leave the club. He's told West Ham that he's not going to sign a new contract. If there are offers on the table, he wants to know which the offers are from which club, and then he wants to speak to the club. So yes, Declan Rice doesn't that wants to move to a big club. He will not push for the move if the right bid comes in, and then he wants to move. West Ham will let him live, but as of now, they don't want Declan Rice to leave. They want to build something around him. They're qualified for Europe next season. They'll be playing in the Europa League, so they want to build a team around him. He's a top player. He'll be the captain. I think Mark Noble has retired. He's not going to play next season. So Declan Rice will be the captain. They want to build a team around him. David Moyes has had a brilliant season for West Ham. So let's see, what happens, whether we can end up signing Declan Rice or another midfielder, or we at all end up signing a midfielder or not. So to be honest, if you ask me, I do want a defensive midfielder. It's a top priority. Sancho wasn't a priority. Yes, we signed him. I like the player. We all seen him playing for England, the things that he can do on the pitch. But we already have a lot of players in the attacking role. What we wanted is centre back and defensive midfielder are priorities. So not sure what man the board and all these priorities are, but yeah. What I will say here is no matter what fans think, no matter what board thinks, at the end of the day, if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is asking for a particular player, they've got to back him. Doesn't matter if we agree to it or not. The most important thing is to back the manager in the right way. If the manager has certain plans for the next season, he wants to implement, and he has certain players in the mind, and you got to back him. You got to give him those players. You got to give him those ammunitions to enter the battlefield and go on to win the Premier League. So if he wants to win the Premier League, he has a certain plan. He wants certain players in the team who can make a difference. So you got to back him. Doesn't matter what we fans think. Doesn't matter what the board and the scouting think. Of course, scouting matters a lot. It's called a lot of players in different positions. But if the manager thinks that he wants a certain player, to take his team to the next level, the board's got to back him. Don't do what they did to Mourinho when he wanted Harry Maguire or Koulibaly in that season, and they ended up giving him Lee Grant, Diego Dallo, and Fred. So, not going to make a difference if you do that kind of stuff. And remember, Man United had finished second in that previous season. They had got more points than we got this last season. So Mourinho finished really well, but he was not backed and it was pretty upsetting. Although his sack was inevitable, the way he was playing, the negative tactics, the situation in the dressing room had become so negative. So that was inevitable. And the game has started. It's a free kick for England. Foul on Harry Kane. Luke Shaw will take that break. Shaw with a free kick. It's nicely put in the area. Brilliant goal there. Who is the goal scorer? Who is the goal scorer? Harry Maguire. Assisted by a Man United player, scored by a Man United player. Shaw with the ball, Maguire with the head. Brilliant goal, absolutely brilliant. We all wanted Harry Maguire to do this for Man United for the entire season, but now he's doing it for the England team, and I think it's game over now. What a brilliant free kick! Shaw with another assist there. Here they are, both the players celebrating there. Harry Kane was fouled, and Luke Shaw quickly took a brilliant free kick. Now Maguire is offside. Easy offside. They will have a check on this and not change the scoreline. A brilliant header from Harry Maguire. No chance for the goalkeeper. Bang, he goes. And the goal is given. Let me now change the scoreline. And Ukraine now trying to attack. Ukraine have done this. Come back from two goals against Netherlands. Yeah, it was against Netherlands. They were two goals down. Netherlands went 2-0 ahead, but they came back and scored two goals. At the end, they ended up giving the third goal and lost that game. But yes, they have got that fighting spirit with them. Within them, they have done it in the past, and there is no reason to believe that they can't do it again. Still an entire half left. There's only 3 minutes in the second half. Got to start playing positively. Got to move the ball around quickly. It'll be difficult to breach the English defense, but you got to just try. You got to put more pressure on the England defense. At the moment, keeping possession, sideways, backwards, passing a lot. Here comes Yaramchuk. Ukraine nil, England 2, and England looking very confident. Ukraine passing the ball, moving around, but not able to breach the defense. From zero to hero, that's what Gareth Southgate has become. They won the ball here again with Jadon Sancho. Here comes Mount. Sterling on the left hand side. Shaw. A brilliant cross. Harry Kane puts ahead. It's another assist for Luke Shaw. And England ripping apart. England ripping Luke Shaw. England ripping Ukraine apart. Luke Shaw is having a brilliant game. What a cross there. What a cross. Luke Shaw's on fire today. And Ukraine fans upset and not happy. Tears in their eyes. And I think this should be game over for Ukraine. Third goal of the tournament for Harry Kane. Two in this game. One before against Germany. any second thoughts about people having Luke Shaw being not being the best defender in the world, best left back in the world. Those are all silenced. People talk about Davis and Robertson, but yeah, here's Luke Shaw. He is completely on another level. Brilliant. He's been so good. Best left back in this tournament so far, easily by best left back in the Premier League last season, and now best left back in the Euro. People will talk about Spinazzola, but Luke Shaw has been brilliant. Um, Ukraine trying to score another goal. Ukraine now trying to attack, trying to get back into the game. Just get one goal and then slowly try to get another one, and if they can scare England, and England are very composed. Declan Rice brilliantly done there. So good defensively. They're solid, built from the back, and don't think any team can trouble them at this point in time. England are looking so good. Throw in for Ukraine. And England again, not allowing Ukraine to have any kind. Here they come. Brilliant passing moment, England. Declan Rice puts it on the right hand side to Jadon Sancho, gives it back to Walker. It's a very controlled game, and England are happy. England are playing so well. Here comes the best left back in the world. Raheem Sterling, Mount there, chasing Ukraine players. Luke Shaw, everyone is praising him. Everyone is praising him, and he's having a brilliant night in Rome. Guess who's also in Rome right now? Yes, Jose Mourinho. I'm sure he's watching this game. You know, Sancho, to Rice, brilliantly put it to Sterling, who couldn't control it, and Ukraine win the ball. Yes, Mourinho is also in Rome. I'm sure he's watching this game, kicking himself for what he said a few days back about Luke Shaw. Substitution here. Declan Rice has taken off. I think he's protected. I think he's on a card, yes. That's why they're not risking him. Jordan Henderson is going to come off. So since he's on a card, they're protecting him for the next game. And the right decision by Gareth Southgate. to take him off. Very important player for England. We are almost into the hour of the game, and England looking comfortable. 3 goals, haven't conceded a single goal in this tournament yet, and they don't look like they're going to do again. They do it. They don't look like they're going to concede a goal in this tournament. Calvin Phillips and Jordan Henderson exchanging passes. Calvin Phillips, here comes the best left back in the world. Passes it back to Harry Maguire. A lot of people, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. But yes, for me, right now, there's no one as good as Luke Shaw. People spoke about you know Andy Robertson, uh, Alfonso Davis. They are better left backs than Luke Shaw. I think whoever said that Luke Shaw is not good to play at this level will never be the left back that will never be the player that he promised. They are made to achieve their own words. Here comes Harry Maguire. A nice ball there to Mason Mount. Brilliantly done there, but intercepted by the Ukraine player. Yes, Sancho to Walker. Look at that confidence England are playing with. Wow. I never thought England would be so good in an international tournament, but and this is one of the best runs, including the World Cup. In the World Cup they didn't play difficult teams, and they beat Sweden in the quarterfinal. And then they, against Croatia, they made a mess. But this tournament they have been so good, and they have that talent on the team. The starting 11 is good, bench strength is equally good. But the way Gareth Southgate started this tournament, we never thought that they would go to this stage and they would win games so convincingly. But the Germany game has given them so much confidence. They are now on another level, and right now, from what I see, I think it will be Italy and England in the finals. Anything can happen. Don't count Denmark and Spain out. I don't see a lot of promise from Spain, but Denmark, you never know. That you know, uh, I mean, uh, the last game of the group stage after that, Denmark have been so brilliant, so good, and don't count them out. Yes, they will give them a fight, and you never know. On that day, they can even go on to beat England. What Croatia did to England in the semi-finals of the World Cup, Denmark might end up doing that to England. So you never know. Anything can happen. But yes, at this stage, England look favorites. It will be Italy and England favorites to go into the final, and then may the best team win. But yes, like I said, don't just count out Spain and Denmark. You know, they'll have a good day, and all the players will click. They'll play together as a team. Defensively, they'll be organized and score a goal or two and knock knock Italy and England out of the tournament. So anything can happen. Uh, till the time, let's enjoy this game. England have been so good. Whenever Ukraine have attacked and posed a threat, England have been so calm and composed. They haven't panicked. They know their defensive strengths, and they know they will deal with it, and they dealt with it so comfortably. Pickford hasn't been trouble. It was one save that he made, and that was also match defending by John Stones, who pushed the Ukrainian striker far away, so they couldn't cut and take a shot. They pushed him outside, and even though he did manage to take a shot, but it was very easy for Pickford to save. So yes, apart from that, Pickford hasn't had much to do in this game. Ukraine have looked at times dangerous, but England have been very calm, composed. They haven't panicked. They've dealt with the danger, and they're looking now comfortable to go into the semi-finals. Throw in for England. England fans will be so happy. The slogan they always talk about: "It's coming home. It's coming home. Football's coming home." Still a long way to go. We've still got to play those two games and win those two games, and it's not going to be easy. But yes, they're looking much better team. looking confident. Harry Kane, what a strike and what a save. What a strike on goal. Beautiful volley. I thought that went into the back of the net. Brilliant ball from Henderson trying to find Sterling. Cleared by, headed by the Ukrainian defender only to land on, go to Harry Kane who took a brilliant volley. And I thought for a moment that's going in. That was viciously struck. But kudos to the Ukrainian goalkeeper who deal with it and he kept it out. He'll go for a corner. Mount to wicket. And England have scored again. England have scored again. Jordan Henderson, the substitute, and England running riot here in Rome. Smashing win for England. 4-0 now. They are literally running the show today. What a brilliant corner from Mason Mount. And Henderson getting at the end of it. Just came onto the pitch a couple of minutes back and here is making the impact. Ukraine nil, England 4 goals. What a header. No one marking him. Completely left unmarked and you can't allow. Look at that marking. That's awful marking. Awful marking. Completely free. No one challenging him. No one trying to take him on. Free header. You cannot allow a player like Henderson to go into the box freely and head the ball. He's always going to score. Things not working today for Ukraine, but yes, their journey in this tournament has been brilliant, and we're going to see a couple of changes here. Rashford and Bellingham are about to come. So is Kieran Trippier as well. Luke Shaw is going to come off. Going to save him for the semi-final. What a brilliant game is that! Absolutely brilliant. Luke Shaw coming off. England fans clapping for him. He's been the best player today. Sterling's coming off. He'll be replaced by none other than another Manchester United man, Marcus Rashford. And Calvin Phillips is also about to come. Is Phillips on a card? Not sure. I think he got a card in the last game, so I think he's been protected as well. And he'll be coming off for a promising Jude Bellingham. What a player he's been for Dortmund last season. Brilliant season. He was about to sign for Man United, but then made up his mind and signed for Dortmund. Made a U-turn and signed for Dortmund. And to be honest, as a Man United fan, I would love to see Jude Bellingham play for Man United, but I think he's made the right decision career-wise. If he would have signed for United, he wouldn't have got that much playing time. He wouldn't have been playing for England in the Euros because he would have, as a young player at the age of 17, if you come and play for Man United, you got to go through the youth team, play for the under 23s before adapting yourself to the Premier League. So, but it's not like that in Germany. The way they train you, the way they, prepare you for the starting games. Yes, they make you play the reserve games, but then they prepare you really well to play for the, you know, uh, first team squad, and they literally give you the opportunity to perform and show your skills. And Jude, that's the same case with Jude Bellingham and Jadon Sancho as well. A few years back when he came to Dortmund, they all, it's that's why he made that decision. Did not stay with Man City. Guardiola tried to convince him, he would get an opportunity, but he wanted more game time, which Dortmund could offer him. And here comes Marcus Rashford, brilliant on the left hand side. Ukraine put it out for a corner. Trippier will take this corner, I think. Harry Kane will look to score his hat trick. Nicely taken, it's Mount, I think. Harry Maguire gets it on the day, but not able to control the header. It's out wide. 67 minutes into the game, Ukraine nil, England 4, and it's an out and out pasting. They say that in FIFA, out and out pasting. That's what Ukraine have got today, ripped apart completely, and not worked the way they wanted it to work today. Then the entire tournament, they've been brilliant. They've been really good, and they've come out with a plan, and the plan has been successful most of the times. But tonight's just not the night. Tonight is England's night, and England fans will shout, "It's coming home! It's coming home!" But still a long way to go. Still got to play in the semi-finals, beat Denmark, then go into the finals, play the winners of Italy versus Spain, and beat them, and then they'll win the trophy. But still a long way to go. It's not going to be easy games, and the pressure of playing in the semi-finals and finals is a huge, huge one. So sure, mentally all these players are ready to deal with that pressure because somehow all the players at some stage must have played in some finals. So yes, mentally they must be prepared. But yeah, again, it's a long way to go. Two huge, huge games they got to win before they can hold the trophy, and definitely it won't be easy. Denmark, we all know the capability. They did not start the tournament the way they wanted to. The sad news about Christian Eriksen, and then once he recovered, Denmark slowly and steadily got into the groove, started to win games, and then they got into the round of 16 and quarterfinals, and now they beat Czech Republic tonight and have gone to the semi-finals. So yes, a huge, huge moment for Denmark and an achievement for them going into the semi-finals. The Danish Vikings. With Rashford on the left hand side, brilliantly done by Mount, trying to get past the Ukrainian defense, but now they won the ball again. Rashford trying to dribble past the Ukraine player, but gives away the ball. And now a brilliant long ball there, but Pickford comes out. Oh, that's a horrendous kick there and escapes there. That's a really bad kick by Jordan Pickford. As Bellingham throw it for England. Talking about Luke Shaw, a few days back, Mourinho said that for me, he's not the guy to take set pieces or be in the box to win a duel in the air. He's a very fast and perfect on a perfect position is to stay back on the corners to cope with transitions. Yeah, in his face. Every time he talks about Luke Shaw, he says something about Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, you know, mm, shuts his mouth on the pitch. This is what the best thing to do rather than talk about it and spread more hate. He's lets the game do let his game do the talking, and that's what he's done again. Taken a brilliant free kick and got an assist. Got another assist. So two assists in this game. Man of the match easily by far. Yes, yes, Harry Maguire now. Marcus Rashford. England 4, and here come England again. England still looking to attack, still looking to score goals. Nice pass from Jude Bellingham. Just Karen Trippier, Marcus Rashford, Bellingham. to Maguire, to Walker, Stones, to Harry Maguire. England dominating this game. Even after scoring 4 goals, they are dominating this game and want to score more goals. Jordan Henderson, foul there by Ukraine player. We haven't seen yellow cards in this game. So Dominic Calvert-Lewin is about to come in. He will replace Harry Kane. There was a foul on Jordan Henderson. And Harry Kane is about to come out. I thought they would keep him and let him score the hat trick. But no, that's not the case. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, a very talented number 9, plays for Everton, scored a lot of goals. Scored a lot of goals previous season. Last season also he was brilliant. And he's about to get his chance. 18 minutes plus the added time. He has the opportunity to make an impression. A nice free kick there. Marcus Rashford from the left hand side. But Ukraine defenders are very sharp. And England just get away with this. Ended up playing a really high line in spite of getting the 4 goals. Surprising to see Gareth Southgate doing this. We don't see Gareth Southgate, playing such high line and you know leaving the defense open. But even after scoring 4 goals, they still want to score. It's a nice shot on target and parried away by Pickford. Goes back to Ukraine player, but this time kept it out and Pickford gathered it. Moment of madness there. A nicely taken shot straight at the goalkeeper. Pickford pushes it out. Pickford has been really good in this tournament. Not made any mistakes whenever been called upon. His made saves for his team. Yet to concede a goal in this tournament. He's had as many games he's played. He's had that many clean sheets. I think when the Euros began, I don't think he was the first choice goalkeeper. If Nick Pope would have not been injured, Nick Pope would have started the game. And rightly so. Nick Pope is England's best goalkeeper. A lot of people would, argue to that. People would say Pickford's the best choice. Some would say Dean Henderson's the best choice. But I think Nick Pope's the best goalkeeper of all of them. But after this tournament, I think Pickford has deserved his opportunity. He's been brilliant in this entire tournament. It's a nice ball there, and Sancho there on the right hand side. Brilliant cross, and out for a throw in. 75 minutes into the game, 15 minutes left. Ukraine nil, England 4, and yep, Walker. Nice bit of skill from Raheem Sterling, but Ukraine deal with the threat. Ukraine playing for the pride. They know that it will be very difficult to come back from that with the amount of minutes left. So it's all about playing for pride. You can get a goal or two. England still not ready to give possession. Nice ball there to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but Ukraine deal with it. Still have 14 minutes left plus the added time, whatever it is, and it's just now formality that England need to complete. No need to panic. It's a bad goal kick from Pickford again. He's not had a good 10-15 minutes. Jordan Pickford needs to pick himself up, and Pickford needs to pick himself up and gather his thoughts and stop doing this error. You can't call it an error, but he's not been focused and concentrating the way he's been doing this tournament. The last 10 15 minutes have been very bad. Couple of missed kicks. One of the chance where he came out and then kicked it really bad. A nice ball there, and Ukraine cross it, but dealt comfortably by Harry Maguire. Now I do want to see after the semi-finals I do want to see the team of the tournament, and I'll be surprised if there is no Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw. Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Raheem Sterling got to be that in that you know team of the tournament. But yes, both Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire have had a brilliant tournament, and especially the last two games they've been so good. Nice move by Ukraine after a long time, and England deal with it. Will go out for a corner there. Ukraine corner, England deal with it nicely and comfortably. Ukraine though get back the possession, but England are very smart, win the ball back, and Sterling gives it back to Pickford, kicks it out. Ukraine with the ball back again. Nice ball there, and yep, it's a goal kick. It was a nice idea, but Ukrainians look frustrated, and they've been outclassed by a brilliant English team. You can call this a Southgate masterclass. England are marching into the semi-finals of the tournament. Harry Maguire. And I'm not shy from calling this a Southgate masterclass. I was the one who criticized him a lot beginning of the tournament, and that was rightly done because the way he started the game, the players that he started on the bench, not convincing, and but he learned from his mistakes. He improved as him. The team improved as the tournament progressed, and once Harry Maguire came back, they looked like the squad they are actually. They promised, they showed the promise that this generation of English football is all about, and Southgate also learned from his mistakes and made better choices. Selection was better, and that's actually paid off. Bellingham there. Kieran Trippier playing on the left hand side as Marcus Rashford. Henderson back to Rashford. It's Harry Maguire. Kyle Walker. Yes, Sancho. Get past the Ukraine player so easily. This is why Jadon Sancho is so good. Foul there. He's always ready to take on the player. Not sure why that was a foul. 84th minute into the game, and England comfortable. 6 minutes, England have to get through this. Just do the formalities, not do anything stupid. Keep the ball among with them. They've won this game comprehensively, and there's no way Ukraine are going to get back and score 5 goals in under 6 minutes. So, or at least 4 goals in the next 6 minutes. So it's not possible. We've not seen anyone do it. Yes, there have miracles happened, but this is too much to ask. And England marching into the semi-finals, the advantage England have other over Denmark, Italy, and Spain is that all the games are now going to play played in Wembley, and we all know how good England are when they play at Wembley. They are just unbeatable at Wembley. So yes, England are going to play all the games next. If they win the semi-final, would be at Wembley. If they win the semi-final and go into the final will also be at Wembley. So the advantage England will have in this tournament, and they have earned the right for it. And panic in that box now, but nicely dealt with it. Here's Jadon Sancho, gives it to his buddy Rashford. Nicely done by Rashford to Trippier, but Trippier doesn't pass it quickly, and England are happy to keep the ball with them. Maguire and Trippier passing the ball between them. There's Henderson going in, protecting the back four, staying with the back four, making sure that there are no more threats or counter attacks. 86 minutes gone, and we are just about to come towards the end of the game. Scoreline is Ukraine nil, England 4, and England marching, literally marching into the next round, semi-finals of this Euro 2020, and now have a big advantage. Going to play the games in Wembley. Semi-final will be at Wembley. If they win that semi-final, the final will also be at Wembley. Talking about Golden Boot, Ronaldo and Patrick Schick are tied with 5 goals. Emil Forsberg from Sweden, Karim Benzema, and Romelu Lukaku, three players tied with 4 goals. Forsberg, Benzema, and Lukaku are not going to score any more goals because their respective national teams are out of this tournament. So, in fact, Portugal and Czech Republic are also out. So, all the 5 players in that list are now out of the contention. So, Harry Kane has scored 3 goals, so he may, if he goes on to score another 2 goals, so he may be joint top scorer with Ronaldo and Schick. And then if he scores another one, he may end up. But then, apart from that, I don't see any other players coming near. But you never know. You will find a player scoring hat tricks, 2 hat tricks in semi-final as well as final. So that can happen. But yes, as of now, it's Ronaldo, Schick, Frostberg, Benzema, Lukaku. That's the day list, and none of these players are going to play any more games. Coming towards assist, Steven Zuber of Switzerland, 4 assists, tops the list. What a brilliant player he's been, Steven Zuber. Anyone who's followed Switzerland would have noticed that the crosses that he puts in from that left wing are just so dangerous. And you've seen strikers Embolo and the other one, I don't remember his name. Had the ball so frequently and score goals. So Steven Zuber leads the assist chart. Luke Shaw and Pierre-Emile Holberg are tied on 3 assists. Luke Shaw had 2 assists tonight out of those 3. So it's tied along with Hoiberg with 3. Zuber will not play in the next game, so Switzerland are out of the tournament. So there's no chance he'll add to that 4 assists. Luke Shaw and Pierre-Emile Hoiberg will play in the upcoming games, and uh, they will play against each other. In fact, so let's see if either of them can rack up another assist. Alexander Isaac, Yarmolenko, Dani Olmo, Alaba. A lot of players are there with 2 assists, but we will not count that because yeah. And to be honest, I don't see any players in this left in this list going into the next round. It's apart from Gerard Moreno and Nicola Barella, who also got two assists each. No other players in that long list are going to play any further games. So yes, that's the stats for you, and yeah, and come to the end of this game. England are into the semi-finals of the Euro 2020. They play Denmark in the semi-finals. The semi-final will take place at Wembley, and let's not even talk about England and Wembley. They are unbeatable at Wembley. You can't beat them. They have such a wonderful record at Wembley, and yes, advantage England now in this tournament. And it's the last 4 teams into this tournament left are Italy, Spain, Denmark, and England. In Italy, Spain, the first semi-final, the second semi-final will be between Denmark and England, and the winner of those 2 matches will go on to play the final of this tournament. Guys, thank you very much watching this watch along. The supporters matters the most to us, and do subscribe to our channel, bottom right corner. Smash a like on the video, and yes, the semi-final is now on Tuesday night, but I'll be doing a video tomorrow, a big video on transfer updates, so all Man United fans can buckle up the seat and be ready for tomorrow evening. I'll be putting it out, putting the video out later in the evening tomorrow, and you can watch that video. It'll be fun and lots to talk about in that video about transfer updates and players incoming, players going out. We normally talk about players incoming, but we haven't spoke about players going out. So we'll talk all about that. Any further updates between now and tomorrow evening, I'll share that as well. See you guys tomorrow later in the evening with a recorded show. Thank you once again for your support. Bye, guys. Take care of yourself.